Hi, my name is Kim Vermaak. I'm known as the Mindset Whisperer, and today I'm at the PSASA's podcast for our convention, and I have a special guest, Fred Colantonio, who is a criminologist. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Is this
and
your first time?
pronouncing my name right.
Well, I had a really good teacher.
Thank you.
Fred, tell me, is this your first time in South Africa?
Yes, absolutely.
Lovely. And how are you finding it so far?
Amazing. Wonderful. Both the people, both the venue, both the landscapes I saw so far. Everything was tremendous. Yeah.
And what are you going to be doing after the convention?
I'm going to go for a little safari and
Lovely.
then Victoria Falls and then head back right to my loved one.
Lovely. So I have a couple of probing questions to ask you about this weekend.
Okay.
Criminologist, speaker, how did you come across the combination that works for you?
Randomly? Now, I've studied criminology for 5 years in Belgium. I've worked for 5 years in Belgian public administration. And then I quit because I wanted to see if I could focus what I've learned in criminology, which is behavioral patterns. I wanted to see if they could be useful for companies' growth and teams' mindset, let's say, building, understanding, and leveraging.
Correct. Okay. And so what I also wanted to ask is, for this particular event, we had our event coordinators that came through to have a look at the different speakers in our showcase. And then, of course, we've got the speakers that are wanting to gear up in terms of their career. So I know I'm going to be putting you a little bit on the spot, but if you had to tell me what would be a typical personality profile for an event coordinator, because they're a very specific breed of people.
Personality, I cannot say because this is a very complex topic. Who you are, your values and everything. I cannot draw composite sketches of that. What I can share is about behavioral patterns. So it's not who you are, it's how you behave.
Yes.
And there are some certain common grounds between the two, personality and behaviors, but there are things that can differ quite a lot. So I won't take risks and go into personality things. I will stick to behavioral patterns. And, well, obviously, for even coordinators, you need to have some kind of risk mastery thing. It's not risk avoiding, it's risk mastery.
Yes.
And this is the type that I call Mr. Sceptical. He or she is the one who runs innovation, change, or any project through logic and rational thinking.
Yes.
He can get enthusiastic about something, but it's not the first impulse. The first thing would be, does it fit? Is it okay? Do we have the money for it? Can we gather the people? Is the venue okay? And everything is checked. If everything is checked, they can say, okay, I'm all in.
Yes.
Yes.
But
I think this is a major asset for even coordinators and organizers. And probably the second behavioral pattern should be what I call the Ingenious One. And the Ingenious One is the one who wakes up in the morning with having something to chew on. Problem solving.
Yes.
See? And so this one... we could use sentences to describe them. The Ingenious One goes with, life's not about obstacles, it's about miracles. And they are on duty to make miracles, like events like this, happen. And they are eager to turn problems into solutions. And this requires a specific mindset. I don't have this one, for example. I try to make things work well, but I'm not eager to go deep into problem solving.
Yes.
Try to avoid problems at all. And about Mr. Skeptical, his sentence is, life's an even greater adventure when we master the danger.
Yes.
So
yes.
prevention and risk management. Yeah, that's what I would say.
That's very interesting. So if you're planning a career as an event coordinator or as a speaker, you've got to take into account all of those kinds of risks and have your enthusiasm when you actually know where you're going and there's a clear path. Now, for me, I'm an author. And I write as a pantser. So that means I just come up with things, and I kind of organize this convention in the same way. Like,
Okay.
what would it look like if this happened or if that happened? And then I get my team to mitigate some of those risks. And as things come along, then we solve problems. So my question to you is that when we looked at the showcase, what did you think of some of the speakers that were at the showcase this year?
It was the Friday morning thing,
Yes,
right?
correct.
Yes. I found that this was a hell of pressure for them because showing on stage, knowing that you will be evaluated and judged, because this was the purpose, the aim of the exercise. We are always judged when we are on stage, but going in there intentionally, I think it took guts to go for that, and the fact that they are constrained to 5 minutes, we know this is the heaviest exercise for a speaker, because to speak for 1 hour, 1 hour and a half is way easier because you have time. I'm not just talking about crafting a presentation and have all the ideas gathered and some things. But when you have time, for example, in my experience, as I use behavioral patterns, I need to kind of set up things for having people to get to understand, to see things differently, and then hopefully to have a switch saying, oh, maybe I don't learn something, but I see it a little differently. And when you can do that in 5 minutes, this is the highest thing that you can do.
Now, speaking about highest things, you just recently got awarded your certified speaking professional certification. Tell us a little bit about that exercise, because that's very, very intense. What did you have to go through in order to get it?
Wow. As a requirement, prior to entering the process or the journey or whatever you want to call it, the first thing I had to make it clear that I was enough and that I had what it takes to start it. Maybe not even deserve it yet, but I had to decide I'm okay to start this thing. And this was kind of a huge deal, as it's an international designation, blah, 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 blah. Am I qualified to go for it? Isn't it a lack of humility if I go for it and stuff? So weirdly enough, I went through all this kind of thought prior to deciding I would go for it. And then I started the thing. The blessing I have is that, having worked for 5 years in Belgian public administration, all the paperwork was not a frightening thing for me. And I know it's kind of a big deal for a lot of speakers. To me, luckily enough, it was not the case. So the paperwork, I knew what I had to gather. I knew all the information needed, required, and everything. And I was fortunate enough to start part of those requirements even way before I knew CSP existed. So listing the talks that I gave, the cities, the range of the audience and stuff like that. Basically, I had already part of it. And then I started the process. I said, okay, I will apply. And when I got the full picture, having the videos and stuff, it started to get more challenging, saying, okay, which videos, what video, or if I send two, which one should I choose, whatever. I didn't necessarily have recent up-to-date ones, so I need to say, are they still reflecting who I am on stage now? Yes or no, whatever. but this was the A part of the thing, and it was okay for me. And then I met with, and this is for me the only thing I can share to whoever wants to go through the CSP thing, is to meet with the right people. It may be obvious, but I have 2 examples I can share, if you will, about the right people to meet. You want to hear them?
Absolutely, absolutely. We've got a lot of people who like, when you spoke about the paperwork, I actually know of a speaker who said, I don't want to do it because the paperwork was too big a task. So any advice you can give to us would be fabulous.
About the paperwork?
No, about your 2 examples.
Okay, about the 2 examples. Because the paperwork is pretty straightforward.
Yes.
Everything is written down on the CSP application. So you basically either you have it or not.
Yes.
But what helped me go through the whole process, even the paperwork part, was really meeting the right persons. And the first people I met was Jennifer Elder. It was in CAPS Convention 2023, if I remember correctly, in Quebec City. I started the process, and then I was not sure about this video thing, saying I'm not sure that they are as impactful as I would like them to be. And it appeared that I talked with Jennifer. I met her a previous time at NSA 2023 too, and so she explained the process to me. This is why I started this thing. But then at CAPS Convention 2023, she wasn't in the audience for my talk.
Yes.
And she came to me and she was ecstatic. And she said, I still have the image of the situation in my mind. She came and said to me, "Friend, the only regret that I have is that I didn't have my phone to record you, because this was CSP material."
Oh, wow.
And so I gained trust that I could qualify for that. I submitted the application, and then I did not get it. I was rejected from class 2024. And it was due to the video parts.
Okay.
Precisely. I submitted a video in French. It was not as impactful as I could have been, whatever. And so I considered not going for it at all. I said, okay. I said, fuck off. If those are your standards, maybe those are not mine, blah, blah, blah. They were part of the ego thing, obviously. But most of all, the feedback that I received, I could understand, but it didn't fully apply because the videos were in French and there were some cultural kind of bias.
Yes.
So I was doubting myself a lot. Should I go for it anyway? Yes, no. I asked a few clients of mine in English because most of the time I speak in French.
Yes.
And so I asked the upcoming gigs that I have. I guess there were three of them that fits with the schedule of the CSP. And I asked, can I record my talk for the CSP? And I explained and everything. No, private policy, we don't want you to record. It's just going to be about me. I'm not going to film the audience. I can hide your logo. No, we don't want you to film. Okay. So I said to myself, maybe this is a sign that I'm going to submit French videos anyway. So I need to be damn good to make sure it goes through. And then I got the videos, and probably as many speakers, when I see myself on videos, it's not the same as being live. And what changed is that I see for a second time another people, and her name is Glennis Divine. And I met her at CAPS 2023. She saw my talk. She got crazy about it. And she said, oh, yeah, you should. Are you CSP? And I'll say, no, I'm in the process. And when I met her again, it was in CAPS, Costa Rica, 2024, the annual convention. And she reached out to me and said, oh, I was so bummed when I heard that you didn't got the CSP, because she got it 2024. And she gave me this. Actually, I think I have it with me. I'm not sure we can say this, but she gave me this.
Oh, wow.
It's her CSP medal
My
that
word.
she just earned. And Glennis did this amazing thing during CAPS convention. She said, I'm going to give you this, and I want you to wear it because I want you to get used. I want you to have it around your neck because I want you to get used to the weight of it.
Yes.
Okay? Because you deserve that. And I want you to go through with that. And so she got like, she turned it, she morphed into this motivational coach suddenly.
Yes.
And I said, okay, just to honor her, I'm going to wear this thing and I will probably go through the process.
Yes.
So I put around my neck, I hide it under my shirt because I'm not CSP, so I cannot display it. And then after that, after the gala dinner, I said to her, okay, Glennis, thanks for providing me with the medal. Here's it back. I said, I don't want it back. You will give it back to me when you get yours.
That's incredible.
So take it with you back in Europe. We will meet again. And when you have your CSP, you give this to me. And so this was like, okay, now I need to get this done. And I need to nail it. Because she just got the medal. And so she didn't probably even get to enjoy it fully. Because she passed it on to me already. And the only commitment that I took is that I would go through the process. And the if, and she turned it into when, but I said, if I got it. And she said, when you got it? I said, okay, when I got it, I will do the exact same thing. So I'm going to go to Arizona in mid-July 2025 to grab the medal. And I think I already know who I'm going to pass it forward.
That is an amazing story because, I think that's what most of these speakers associations are like. If you plant it in the right soil, it actually makes such a significant difference because that one person who believes in you can shift everything for you.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm feeling a little bit emotional about that. You're not supposed to cry on the podcast, but...
We're humans, it's okay.
But
I
just absolutely love that because I know in my own life, there have been a handful of people where they're like, I believe in you, I'm going to back you on this.
Yeah.
And knowing there's someone that's there who really believes you, sometimes they are like the wind in your sails when you don't feel like you have enough left. So
and sometimes those people are not necessarily your closest ones.
Yes.
This is the beauty. She obviously became one of my closest one.
Yes.
But it did not start the other way around. It's not because she was my closest one that she was supportive. Oh, damn it. This is when I tend to use my hands, this is what happens. So I think it's a mistake that most of us tend to make, is to think that your direct surroundings and the people who are around you and who have been there forever are necessarily your best assets or friends or whatever you want to call them. Maybe it's the case, but maybe not.
Yes.
And sometimes you need somebody who indeed you don't know nothing about, but she attends one of your talk or she sees something in you, whatever, whenever, wherever, but she sees something in you that maybe you cannot... you are not aware yourself of. And when somebody like that, she didn't just give a pep talk to me or a motivational thing saying you got what it takes, go for it, my man. No. She actually committed with me because she deprived herself from the very own recognition that she can display everywhere and take pictures with and whatever you want. And she said, no, I don't give a shit about that. I want you to have it.
Yes.
And so this means the world. That if I can say it like that a stranger at first said, no, you're on duty, my man, now. And so, it's a huge commitment.
I love that. Thank you very much for sharing that story with us.
Thank you.
I know that, sometimes the people who are dearest to us, they worry about us failing. And so sometimes they say things to us to protect us from embarrassing ourselves in the world and that kind of thing.
It's because they love us.
Yes.
So they wouldn't want us to get hurt.
Yes.
And sometimes we need those type of people to... they are not necessarily risk avoiders, but they want the best for us. And I think the trap is when they think they know what's best for us.
Yes.
When you see somebody who's at first a perfect stranger, the chance that lies in this possible friendship or relationship or whatever, or connection, let's say, the chance that lies in that connection is that the individual you are meeting has no background of you, has no history. And so this is kind of a wild, unknown, blank page. And you can write whatever you want.
Yes.
Your loved ones, it's already based on the past up till today. And maybe they see tomorrow. But when you meet a perfect stranger, it's about today, tomorrow, and maybe the day after tomorrow. So depending on the perspective you want to have, you may want to mingle with different types of people.
Correct. Well, Fred, I could actually talk to you for the whole day because I think this is really fascinating. But I know that we've got some really exciting speakers that you really want to hear. So I'd like to say thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time. And I'm so thrilled that you traveled all the way across the world to be with us here in South Africa.
Wouldn't have missed it for the world. Definitely worth it. Thank you for having me.